Hi, welcome back to Classy Pitch. I'm Dr. H. Today we're going to talk about slow practice. One of the misconceptions about slow practice is that it only helps the beginning stage of learning a piece, but that's 100% not true. Slow practice is such a very important part of your practice. It doesn't matter if it's the first day of learning the piece or if it's an hour before your performance. Okay, so there are 3 benefits for slow practice. First, solidify your technique. When you're doing slow practice, you'll be more conscious about what exactly you're playing. That way you create a stronger and more accurate technique. The more solid your technique is, the better you'll perform under pressure. Second, slow practice helps you develop a better understanding of music. It also helps you discover new things that you might not have considered or even noticed before. For example, maybe there's an interesting inner voice that mirrors the melody. Or maybe you'll realize with a little bit of adjustment of your hand position, it makes the entire passage much easier to play. Whatever these new revelations may be, slow practice heightens your self-awareness of musical, technical, interpretive issues. Third, slow practice improves your listening skill. When you're doing slow practice, every little mistake seems so obvious, and that is a good thing. You can use this time to check if you're playing all the notes correctly, and it's also easier to hear things such as harmonies, especially when you're playing something heavy in textures such as Rachmaninoff or Brahms. After learning about 3 benefits of slow practice, I'm now going to answer a couple questions that students usually have for slow practice. First question, what's a good slow practice tempo? A good slow practice tempo is essentially what's comfortable for you. How slow do you have to play to have full control of both musicality and technicality? I find it usually to be half the tempo of the real performance tempo, and if this piece is really fast, I would go even as slow as quarter of the real performance tempo. Second, should I use the metronome when I'm doing my slow practice? That depends on the reason for your slow practice. If you're doing slow practice to solve a rhythmic issue, then I will use the metronome. But if you're doing slow practice just so you can hear the harmony, the melody, the inner movements a little better, then I would try not to use the metronome so you can hear it a little better. Third, what's the most efficient way to practice slowly? For me, the most efficient way to practice slowly is to practice in small chunks. Not 2 systems, not 1 page, just a couple of bars. It's best when you focus on a couple of measures or a couple of phrases to shape it the way you want it exactly. Fourth, what should I avoid when I'm doing slow practice? The worst thing you can do when you're doing slow practice is to play through the entire piece without using your brain. Frankly, we humans have very short attention span. If you want to play through the piece slowly and stay in a very high level focus, that's basically impossible. So one of the most important things to do when you're doing slow practice is to set goals. It's very easy for your brain to wander off while you're doing slow practicing, so it's very important that you give it something to focus on, such as focusing on the structure or listening to the harmony, or even how to phrase this beautiful melody. If you're practicing without actively thinking, then you're just relying on your muscle memory. And we all know muscle memory is the least reliable under pressure when you have hundreds of people in front of you. Okay, that's it for today's episode. Hope this information is useful to you. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment area below, or you can email me at classypitch@gmail.com. If there's any topics you'd like me to cover, you can also contact me. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm Dr. H. Thanks for watching. Stay classy.